yonk, bitches! You join me today in a good and Godzilla-y mood because the massive Monster Mash sequel King of the Monsters is out this week, promising Titan-sized thrills and ensuring that this video will instantly be dated. So let's get Godzilla like a villain with SH Monsterarts Godzilla 94. Now, I don't feel like I really need to give Godzilla much of an intro. Like, I'm pretty sure he can speak for himself as an absolute worldwide phenomenon whose instant appeal allows him to segue effortlessly between harrowing nuclear allegory and silly Saturday morning schlock for 5-year-olds. And being such a universal cultural powerhouse, he's hardly hurting for merch either. So our subject today comes from the Bandai Tamashii Nation's SH Monsterarts line of collector-grade humunga hunks, which is admittedly slightly outside my normal collecting sphere of Transformers and sometimes a Gundam. But they seem extremely well thought of in the right circles. They might be an offshoot of SH Figuarts. I don't know, probably right. But what we do know is that they dropped this little enfant sauvage in 2011 as their first ever Gotti Z figure, based on the 1994 design nicknamed Mogi Goji, after his mechanical frenemy Mogira from off of Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, which friggin' rips by the way. And as the old G-Units designs go, this is a pretty nice middle ground starter-zilla, because like having been in 30 odd movies of wildly varying tone, he certainly had to serve a variety of looks, ranging from the Showa Seal Pup to the Shin Godzilla Melty Zombomination. And this one's right down the middle. Like, it's hardcore enough to be a suitably scary city-crushing zero f***s giver, but still dumpy and unhateable enough to be the star of the show. So check out this beautiful creature. This is one majorly impressive mother monster, flaunting a ferociously faithful sculpt that seems to pluck him right off the screen in merciless warts and all detail. It's more like warts and nothing else. Like, he's got every possible lump and bump and scale and crease and unfortunate flabby fold, bold as brass for all the world to see. It almost feels like a call-out. And I don't know if you can tell through the screen just how wildly weighty it is. This plastic's pretty much the heaviest matter of the universe, and the way it moves gives it a real sense of gravity. Like, the joints are sort of stiff, but smooth and strong. There's kind of an assuredness that you can pop it in any pose possible and it'll stay there till the first gods come home. Arms are looking stupid, stumpy, and powerfully punchy, and they're honestly articulated to heck and back, packing shoulders, elbows, wrists, and a weird sort of mid-bicep twist-me-do. It's kind of a miracle they didn't end up like one of those cheapo wibbly snake things. Hello!
A happy moment.
Check out his baggy ass legs down here. Like, the thighs are so swollen with thickitude that they're almost spherical. And while they are potentially boasting more joints than Snoop and Spike Lee combined, they're somehow not super mobile. Like, they can go from about here to here. But I mean, it's not like Godzilla was ever known for his athleticism. And it's kind of cool how there's no singular point of rotation. Like, it's 3 or 4 different chunks all budging a little bit, like a chubby caterpillar. A fatterpillar. Anyway, the head's a joyfully expressive little acorn of anger up there, with its mad yellow hypno eyes and multi-layered shark teeth. Neck's not super flexy, but you can pull off a solid rotate and a bit of a bang. And I think this jaw might be ball jointed. Like, he can't just bite, he can chew. I sort of love how necessarily minimal the paint job is. Like, most of his monster meat is pretty much left bare in this tasteful dark charcoal. Aside from the aforementioned rabid eyes, nasty yellow teeth, and bone white claws. And his backplate's decked out in this radioactively radiant grey and blue gradient. I think these little spine shrubs might just be my favourite Godzilla hallmark. Like a little squad of Sonic the Hedgehogs curled up along his back rolls in an ever-diminishing pattern along his unreasonably massive tail. Look at this bloody thing. It's got to be about half his mass, stretching out from Mars to Sirius until it finally tapers off after 18 articulated segments and 10.5 inches. It's honestly a total shelf hog and does make me kind of insecure, but it's just pure Godzilla goodness. And he can waggle it like a mad bitch. I mean, he just wouldn't be the king without it. Which leads us elegantly to the blue atomic ray. Yes, indeed, earlier runs of this rowdy roublemaker came with a translucent approximation of G-Daddy's deadly mouth blast, which you can slide snugly into his Godzilla. That is, it fills it right to the uvula. And I'm usually very iffy on this kind of thing. Like, I usually hate when Transformers do it, but this is just so nasty badass. Like, look at this. Can't you just hear that low scrapey thrum followed by an explosion that doesn't really sound like an explosion? Anyway, Anyway, you can perch it proudly on this atomic ray stand, which is stylized to look like something? I'm guessing it's just like a tidal wave or like some general Space Godzilla crystally mise-en-scène. It barely looks like it's related to Godzilla, and it wasn't a typhoon. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you can get a red version of this as well, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it next to Swoop and Rumble in things that I prefer in blue. So yeah, SH Monsterarts Godzilla 94 is definitely my king of the monsters. I mean, there's gotta be more recent and more readily available Monsterarts out there, but whether you prefer your Godzilla cute and cuddly or massive and mean, American hot or Heisei tasty, you gotta recognize that Godzilla 94's a lavishly lovely lizard lad with a nuclear megaton of authentic affection built into his mutated bones, and a dedication to excellence that gets me right in the G-cells. The SH stands for shit hot. Anyway, huge thanks to the ever lovely Ed Peary for letting me check this big bugger out. Take that, you dinosaur. Random patron showed up. Alright, thanks for watching, my friend, and cheers to the Dragon Fortress for supporting us on Patreon. Means a lot, buddy. Thank you so much. See you next time.